Phil is back. Phil is back. Phil is back. Phil is back. Hey, Phil. Phil is back. Where'd he go? You know, since they did this big thing on Phil and this big shitstorm, and everybody was freaking out. All these, deeply Christian fundamentalist people were freaking out, going crazy. Nothing happened. A&E, they showed them back to back to back to back to back. Back to back. It was crazy. Phil never went anywhere. People coming on my page going, Phil's back, Phil's back. Ha, 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 ha. Okay. Yay. What'd I win? What'd I win? What did you get? What did you get? You didn't lose anything. You didn't get anything. Earth to you. Phil is a multimillionaire. He was going to be good regardless. You think he did? Do you think Phil was risking anything when he got up and spoke his mind? You think he really gave two shits about A&E? Do you? If you do, there's some swampland in Louisiana I'd love to sell you. Come on, man. I mean, you're smarter than that. At least pretend to be. Well, I'm glad Phil is back. I mean, so that you can enjoy him. Enjoy him. It's just ridiculous. Look, I never wanted Phil to lose his job. No, I didn't. You just got so mad. You didn't watch the whole video because in the video, I said, I don't think he should lose his job. So I won too. I, who don't watch Duck Dynasty, I still won because I was right. But if you guys believe that this is anything else other than a media ploy, you are fooling yourself. You got to wake up and get in the real world on this thing with me. Come on, man. Multi-millionaires making money hand over fist, probably going to have a Duck Dynasty movie come out and some more shit, and you're sitting up here worried about Phil losing his job on A&E. You're going to lose that program, man. Why did you even think that they ever would? And let me add this. Let me add this. Freedom of speech is a right given to all U.S. citizens. It's in our Constitution, in the First Amendment. That freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion. Now, there's another law in America. That's called freedom to get fired. You have that law too. Whatever job you have, you can be fired from it. You know this, right? So stop saying they were violating Phil's freedom of speech. Nobody violated Phil's freedom of speech. If that's the case, they would have came and got him like stormtroopers in the middle of the night. There's a guy in Saudi Arabia. His name is Abuwadi. Last name Abuwadi. I think it's Rajim Abuwadi. But anyway, they locked him up for freedom of speech. Just recently. They gave him a record-setting 600 lashes and 7 years in prison for making a website that says negative things about Islam. Now that is no freedom of speech. But I know this is America. We're only concerned with American things. But only in America can people think because somebody lost their job because they said something that may have offended a lot of people, and it did offend a lot of people. It's just there's a lot more people who just didn't give a shit. And then there's a lot more people that just like, you can't do that to Phil. Just crazy. Unbelievable. I'm glad for you. I'm happy for you. Now you can cut your brain off and watch more Duck Dynasty and make Phil lots more money. Congratulations. What did you win? Nothing. Same thing I won. Nothing. But I was right. You were the one shaking in your boots worrying he's going to get fired. Money talks. This is America. There are people who don't understand why I stood up for the gay and lesbian community. I stood up for them because I felt that they were being wronged. I felt that these things that were said, that they were somehow defective, I felt that was wrong. I didn't agree with that. So I stood up, and I'll stand up again. And you know what? I have no problems being unpopular. You know? As long as I believe in what I'm standing up for. Get it? That's just how I feel. And on tomorrow, there'll be another news story. And if, regardless of who it is, Regardless to who I feel the victim is or where they come from or what color they are, what their orientation is, what religion they are, whatever. If I feel like they're being slighted or wronged, I'm going to speak up. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's who I am. That's what Tim's Take is about, giving my opinion on pop culture, news, society. That's this show. That's this channel that you're watching. And I'm not afraid to get called names. I was called a lot. In fact, I was called more niggers and nogs and monkeys and other racially explicit shit more than I've ever been called before because I stood up for the gay folks. And they didn't stand up for me back, but that's okay. One gay guy said, well, I think more gays would stand up for you, Tim, if you hadn't cussed. Fuck that. I stood up for you. Doesn't matter if I cussed or not. Sometimes cussing is okay. You can cuss. This is America. You can sleep with a man. You can cuss. That's how I see it. And you can also say you don't think that's right. I see nothing wrong with that either. But I have a right to say I don't agree with him. Right? We all have a right to speak. But we also all have a right to be fired. Phil got his job back. All is right with the world. May you catch many ducks and continue to make more money, Phil. Your friend, Tim Black. I'm out. Oh, and P.S. To all of the black folks out there who came on my page saying, first of all, let me tell you I'm black. Yeah, okay. And then let me tell you I support Phil because I think... Listen, man. I got a problem with you being ignorant. When Phil said... His words, let me try to get this right. I'm trying to get it right. When Phil said pre-entitlement, pre-welfare, you were happy. Talking about you, man. I don't know if you, guess you don't see that as a problem. And when Phil said he didn't see blacks getting mistreated before they had rights to like go in a restaurant, he didn't see them complain about it. He's talking about you. And just because you said, well, he didn't see it with his own eyes. Well, you know what? There was a school shooting at a school with Sandy Hook. I wasn't there. I didn't see it with my own eyes. But I got a TV and I got a radio and I have an internet connection. So I know it happened. Am I an idiot if I come out and say that shooting didn't happen because I didn't see it with my own eyes? But that's too reasonable. So I know, no, forget it. Forget it. Forget what I said. Forget it. You keep on believing it. Keep watching your show. I'm wrong. You're right. And more power to you.